Prepare to be shocked, everybody. I am not doing a review on an SUV, not even a hatch. I'm doing it on a humble sedan. It is the Toyota Corolla sedan. And now I'm not even doing this for like e-hailing cab services. Nope. I have lived with this car for 2 months. It's been my long-term test car, and it has become a firm favorite in my family. And I'm here to tell you why. Now, I'm going to start off with the looks, which is not something I often talk about, but I think it's worth mentioning because so often the Corolla is just disregarded as bland. In fact, I myself may have once referred to it as dishwater, but not anymore, especially this model, which is the hybrid model. I think it looks so good. And I know that looks are subjective, but even if you think it looks terrible, your subjective opinion would be wrong, because I still think it looks fab. The 12th generation Corolla sedan was launched in 2020 and adopted a striking new design language. It almost transformed the humble Corolla into a rather stylish sedan. It was updated in 2023 with a few subtle tweaks here and there. It gained bi-LED headlamps and daytime running lights and a gloss black piece on the bumper. The interior is pretty much a stock standard Toyota affair. The quality of the materials is really good. The build is really solid. You've got a load of information here on the instrument cluster. The infotainment system is fine. I think it could be modernized. And one of the main issues I've had for 2 months with it, and so has my husband, is the fact that connecting your Bluetooth doesn't always seem to work properly. If I get a voice note on WhatsApp, it will play from my phone but then drop, and then I can't do anything about it. It also drops on here. There is Android Auto, but you have to plug it in, which will be better because I find that better than wireless Android Auto, which does also tend to drop. However, if you're just using the straight Bluetooth, it seems to be giving quite a couple of problems. Not with phone calls, mind you. That seems to be okay. The other issue I do have is the storage space up here. You do have 2 cup holders and you've got this little center console where you can put things in. But I like to have my phone sort of up here in the front, and although there's a wireless charger, there's nowhere else to put it. So I find it putting behind me a little bit of a problem, especially when I've had the issues with the Bluetooth. But that is probably the only thing that has bothered me. I love these cloth and sort of material seats. They're suede. I think I can't stand having an all leather seat because I think you freeze your backside in winter and you burn it in summer. So this is a little bit more helpful, although your legs here might actually feel both of those things I've just said. One thing I do love is that it has heated seats. And if anybody's been in Cape Town recently within these storms, and today, in fact, it is only 11 degrees, these heated seats have come in very handy. But let's jump into the back because I want to talk about how practical this car is. Let me tell you, one of the main things I love about this car is the space and practicality. I don't think people give sedans enough credit. Everybody's ooh about SUVs, etc. But let me tell you, this boot is 470 liters, which a lot of sedans don't even offer you that. It just swallows a whole lot. These seats split 60-40 as well, so you really can fold them flat and shove things in however you want to. It just makes things so much easier. You won't believe me, but there are so many cars on the market that make it really, really difficult, even with ISOFIX, to get a child's car seat into the back. Luke has had enough legroom here. The passenger has had enough legroom, which is also something that doesn't always happen. So again, it's the space and practicality and ease of use with this car. Where I'm sitting now, I've had Archie's, which is my dog, his seat, and everybody's just been really comfortable. And I think that's the key, isn't it, to a family car, is that every occupant is comfortable and no one's sort of fighting for space. And you're certainly not doing that in the Corolla. As I mentioned, this is the hybrid model, so it's powered by the 5th generation 1.8 litre petrol electric hybrid powertrain. You get 90 kilowatts of power and 142 newton meters of torque. Now, while it is quite punchy, especially sort of when you're cruising on the open road, it is mated to a CVT. And so it does screech at you when you really put it under the pump. And I live near a massive hill, And whenever I'm trying to overtake somebody, it's as if I'm shouting at them. It's so embarrassing when you put your foot down. I'm going to do it now quickly. And see, there it's fine because I'm actually on an open road. I'm not going up a hill. Then it's absolutely fine. As an everyday car, I actually think it's absolutely lovely. But what makes this hybrid so special, of course, is its efficiency. So it's got a fuel consumption claimed at 3.9 litres per 100 k's, which is really, really low. However, I have not been able to move past 5 litres per 100 k's. No matter what I do, I have put this under the pump, like pushed it hard. I've done everything I can to sort of get it up and to get it down. But I suppose it's maybe a good thing. It's no matter how you drive it, you're not going to go over 5 litres per 100 k's, which is a really good fuel consumption. It's worth noting this is a self-charging hybrid, so it is able to recoup some energy and power the battery when you're sort of coasting or braking, which can be really helpful then when you want to just drive in EV mode. And I just think, again, anything you can do to save on fuel, oh my gosh, go for it. It's also got this really cool graphic on here that shows you sort of how the hybrid system works, which, you know, might be of interest to some people. A little bit gimmicky, but I quite like it. There's also a load of information here right in front of you. So you can see when you're driving in eco mode, you can see when you're charging, you can see everything. You even get an eco score. Be careful because you might just become quite competitive with yourself. I certainly have. The Corolla sedan hybrid model kicks off at around 550,000 Rand, while the range topper is at around 570,000 Rand. So what is this when compared to the standard Corolla? Well, it's not a deal breaker. You're looking at about a 10,000 Rand difference on the XR models. You'll certainly save fuel, and I think you will feel better about yourself either way. All Corolla models are sold with a 6 services, 90,000 kilometer service plan with intervals set at 15,000 kilometers. Hybrid models hold an 8-year, 195,000 kilometer warranty plan. I can't even lie and pretend that I wasn't a little bit underwhelmed when I was offered the Corolla as a long-term test car. But I'm so thrilled to say that my mind has been forever changed. This car has sort of blown me away and it has seamlessly fitted into my family. We have done everything with it. We've carted groceries, dogs, kids, family members, even homeware we put into this car. It's just a really easy, fuss-free, does what it says on the box kind of car. It is a practical buy, and I just don't think you can go wrong with Corolla. In fact, I keep singing in my head, everything keeps going right, Corolla.